Race day has arrived here in Assen. The crowd has already packed the stands. Everything is ready for the traditional Dutch Grand Prix. It's incredible how much history this place holds. In a few moments, we'll move to the main straight to watch the start of the MotoGP race. Cameras take us to the starting grid where riders and engineers are discussing the final details. The sun is shining and temperatures are within the seasonal average. A medium rear tyre is enough to get you through the race in these temperatures. It's a different story for the front, which needs a harder tyre.
And Jack Miller on the 4th row. Fabio Di Gianantonio, Takaki Nakagami and Franco Morbidelli are on the 5th row. Then we have Raul Fernandez and Enea Bastianini who takes Marc Marquez's spot and Lorenzo Savadori. Afterwards it's Stefan Bradl, Augusto Fernandez and Iker Lecuona, and finally Jonas Folger.
Pecco Bagnaia has triggered his whole shot device, ready to start from pole position. Just a few more moments and the Grand Prix will begin. Cathedral of speed, green flag waves at the back, it's full throttle, lights out and away we go here in Assen. Marco Bezzecchi's got a good launch away from pole position, but so too has Pecco Bagnaia. Bagnaia's going to sweep to the inside line. Here comes Brad Binder, he's got 3 Ducatis in the first corner. He takes Marini, he takes Bezzecchi and Bagnaia. That is brilliant by Binder.
Really poor start for Fabio Quartararo. He's back down in the midfield now. He lost a whole heap of places into that first corner. Maverick Vinales was one of the riders who got away particularly well. He's trying to make ground from where he is on the grid, but Binder leads into this trouble for the first time.
Once again, Luca Marini losing early ground here. He slipped already behind the Aprilia of Aleix Espargaro. There he is on the number 10 bike. Fabio Quartararo's had a holler start as well. He went from out of that second row and 4th. He's down in 12th.
And Jorge Martin is behind him. He's 13th, so Martin didn't make ground on the first lap either. So Prima Pramac Ducati and Monster Yamaha having a terrible start to this Grand Prix.
Binder it is at least from Bagnaia. Bezzecchi the pole man in 3rd. Aleix Espargaro 4th. Over Miguel Oliveira's had a really good first lap. Oh no, that's Jack Miller who's gone down. Miller's lost the front of his KTM in the first corner, and he just looks full of frustration. He gives the aero a proper good kick. So now Red Bull KTM hopes resting firmly on the broad shoulders of Binder, who's coming under big pressure here from Bagnaia. Is Bagnaia going for it? He is. This is, oh, somebody's down, further back down the pack as well. I don't know if that may well have been
Quartararo. They're both dropping down. If the Frenchmen come together.
Friendly fire. Quartararo then, there's going to be no double podium for him here.
They have come together.
They have gone down, and Fabio Quartararo is hurt here, isn't he? He's already got that that nasty left foot injury, left ankle injury. For all that drama, Bagnaia then has taken the lead. Binder in 2nd place, Bezzecchi still in 3rd place. He's been there since the first corner of this Grand Prix. Vinales again is the fast man on circuit. He now moves on the inside of Marini into the first corner. Vinales, who is an Assen specialist, 8 podiums in his previous races here in Assen, 133, 638. Vinales up to P5.
There you go, a long way to find a better rider with a better record than Vinales around here.
Yeah, there's been a moment as well for Aleix Espargaro as he desperately tries to go with the trio ahead of him. Oh, and that's Maverick Vinales. Vinales, what we just said, he's done successive fastest laps of the Grand Prix, and it all ends in the gravel trap. He drops down, head in hands. Maverick Vinales. How quickly that front end goes for him going into 2nd bar. That's a 3rd gear engine. This is going to be a fast one, isn't it? He tips it in. Maverick Vinales then. Another early casualty. We've already lost Jack Miller at the end of, well, the start of lap 2 at the first corner. And Vinales is hot takes, too hot for his Michelin front tyre. He is down out as well.
Aleix Espargaro 1.1 seconds behind. That mistake that we spotted on the previous lap cost him a good half second. He did a 134.5 on the previous lap. Did Espargaro, which dropped him away from that leading trio and back towards Marini again. Oliveira's then behind him. He was in 6th. He's now been overtaken by Jorge Martin, who's starting to make progress. He did his personal best last time around, but Martin already best part of 3 seconds off the lead.
Yeah, you can just see there, out of your picture is Aleix Espargaro at the moment having a lonely ride in that 4th place. Here comes Jorge Martin on the inside of Luca Marini, who's having another real tough job. Marini just got it wrong, didn't he? Pushed a little bit offline going in to the Timor chicane. Blitzing on through came Martin, Oliveira, Alex Marquez and Enea Bastianini. He's now coming under pressure from Taka Nakagami. Luca Marini has lost 5 places already on this current lap, or the end of the last lap and the start of this current lap. Bad spell for Marini.
Alex Marquez comes through on Miguel Oliveira, so Oliveira starting to lose a little bit of ground early on in this race. This is what happened then into the final chicane as Martin cut it tight. You can see that moment there from Marini on the way out. He just had no momentum coming out of that Timor chicane. At this stage, he's running in 6th place. He ends up coming through the first corner in 9th, and by the end of the first sector, he was down even further into 10th. Back with the leaders then, the leading trio of Bagnaia, Binder and Bezzecchi.
6th gear here, approaching 330 kilometers an hour. Enea Bastianini, he's gone down. So already early on in this Dutch TT, in the hottest conditions of the weekend, well, that's a problem, isn't it?
He's gone down and he's done some damage clearly, because you can see some flames there from the exhaust there. He's gone down into the struggle, so it's a pretty slow speed crash for Enea Bastianini, but as you can see, it's now triggered some flames from the bottom of that GP23.
Bastianini, the latest victim. Vinales had crashed out on his own while charging towards the podium back in the second round. And then that spark happened then between the 2 Frenchmen, Johan Zarco and Fabio Quartararo. At the top of your picture now, Quartararo goes down his own on the outside. There's nothing that Zarco can do about it. Quartararo losing the front at high speed. Look at this, he's just going to run over the curves on the inside. The front end touched from underneath him, and that was a big one, that was, wasn't it? Going through turn 9.
This is lap 10, and once again, Marco Bezzecchi comfortably the quickest of that leading trio. 1:33.2 for him last time around. He was 3/10 quicker than the pair ahead of him.
Another Sunday shocker for Vinales. That's a 4th DNF in the last 5 Grand Prix for him. We follow the top trio then in this tight first sector. 2nd gear all the way through here, turns 3, 4, then back to 1st gear for this low speed, the only 1st gear corner around Assen. Something's happened to Aleix Espargaro, and look at his front brake protector there, sticking vertically up in the air. So there's been some early contact for the Aprilia man. Let's try and find out then what happened to Aleix Espargaro. He got a real good launch away, didn't he? He's going to come up behind Luca Marini going into this first corner. Marini gets pinched between Binder and Bezzecchi, and there's the contact as Aleix Espargaro powers the Aprilia through the right-hander. We're going to get a good look at this, aren't we? Back from Marco Bezzecchi. That's why those front brake protectors are there, because if they weren't, then Aleix Espargaro is going to go down. Look at the damage as well. That shows what a phenomenal job. We said he was doing a fantastic job, Aleix Espargaro, but take into account the damage to that factory Aprilia now then. A flapping wing on the right-hand side, damage to his front brake protector, and he's still there in 4th place and not completely out of this podium battle. Outstanding job by Espargaro. In fact, despite all of his problems, all the things he's having to contend with, he's just done his best lap of the race at 1:33.296. Awesome, this by Aleix. And we drop further back down the field. The pace starting to pick up here. Bagnaia and Binder, they both exchanged fastest laps of the race. A 1:33.097 is now the best from Binder, as Oliveira makes a real mess of the ramshoot. Turn 15, he runs really wide, and that has meant that Oliveira dropped down to 10th place.
Yeah, he's now back behind Fabio Di Gianantonio, and he's now behind Frankie Morbidelli as well. Morbidelli, the sole Yamaha in the race, who runs wide through Distruben to allow Miguel Oliveira back through. I was wondering a moment ago whether Marco Bezzecchi was just backing off a little bit just to ease the temperature on his front tyre, but it clearly wasn't the case. It was clearly the pace getting quicker up ahead of him, allowing Bagnaia and Binder to ease clear a little bit with their fastest laps of the Grand Prix. But Binder, to his credit, is putting in a tremendous ride here once again, because Bagnaia is throwing everything at him so far, and Binder has answers at the moment. Miguel Oliveira retires from the Grand Prix, so perhaps that run-on was due to a problem with the motorcycle rather than a mistake from him. Taka Nakagami is also ran wide through the Timor chicane, but nowhere near as much further wide than Bagnaia did moments ago. He's exceeded track limits. A long lap penalty for Taka Nakagami, who's having a good afternoon, to be fair to him, in 7th place, but that long lap penalty will drop him back behind Luca Marini. It was 6/10 at the start of the lap. It's now up to 8/10 for Pecco Bagnaia. So is he now taking this opportunity to try and bolt clear of Brad Binder? Can Binder respond to that? We know he responded a few laps ago when Bagnaia putting that fastest lap of the Grand Prix, but that mistake has just opened up a bit of breathing space for the reigning world champion, so Binder needs to respond quickly. This is Taka Nakagami then taking his long lap penalty. We've seen a few riders through there over the course of the day so far. Nakagami stays nicely within the white lines. He's rejoined in 8th place, so he did lose that spot to Luca Marini.
There's Binder just starting to hit rear tyre trouble here. This is where Bezzecchi's been so good. This is his part of Assen through the high-speed turns 6 and 7, and the attack towards turn 8 Stakavar. Binder's trying to immediately respond, but he can't. Bezzecchi then, we are halfway around this lap 17, 10 to go here. You know Binder's just going to go all in, aren't you? Full send here from the South African. The gap then, now Bezzecchi has got into 2nd place. He's just over a second to Bagnaia. What can he do in these final 9 laps or so to try and make it a dream double here in Holland?
It's quite a bit to Gian Antonio, who's gone down at the Distruben hairpin by the looks of it. He was running inside the top 10, but he's now out of this Grand Prix. From the drone cam, you're going to see the Gresini Ducati come into picture at a slow speed get-off. There are no more slower crashes around the circuit than that, and it's taking Fabian Gian Antonio out of this Grand Prix. But Bezzecchi, try as he might, he just can't get any closer to Bagnaia.
Aleix Espargaro is the man on the charge here. He's the man to watch, because Aleix Espargaro, we talked about a podium chance. He might be in the hunt here for 2nd place, because this has been a fantastic 19th lap here for the Aprilia man. Look at this now, he closes down on Bezzecchi and Binder on the brakes to the Timor chicane. Alex Marquez gets a long lap penalty for repeatedly exceeding track limits. Marquez currently in 6th place.
It won't cost him anything.
Yeah, he's got a big advantage over Luca Marini, so that's not going to disturb him too much. It should be a safe P6 for Alex Marquez. There's time running out here though for Marco Bezzecchi. He just can't get within sort of striking distance on a 9/10 of a second back to Pecco Bagnaia. Into the Timor chicane they come. There's no late drama here from Aleix Espargaro over Luca Marini, so that's not going to disturb him too much. It should be a safe P6 for Alex Marquez. There's time running out here though for Marco Bezzecchi. He just can't get within sort of striking distance on a 9/10 of a second back to Pecco Bagnaia. Into the Timor chicane they come. There's no late drama here from Aleix Espargaro in the Dutch TT in 2023. It's Pecco Bagnaia who takes the victory. Brilliant performance by the reigning world champion. The fireworks erupt on the main grandstand and at the Timor chicane. Bagnaia wins it from Marco Bezzecchi. Brad Binder somehow does hold on for 3rd place. Brilliant job by him. Aleix Espargaro 4th place. He took it by a whisker.
It's been a very busy weekend, and now it's time to celebrate the 3 MotoGP riders who have showcased their talents the most. The fans are rightly celebrating them after watching a wonderful race. While we wait for the cameras to take us to the Parc Ferme to meet the stars of the race, let's take a quick look at the final MotoGP ranking.